Hey guys! So today we're going to do a little preview of what I got. I did some back orders from Gurneys. I wanted to give them a go because they seem to have the best price on two of the plants that I wanted for this year's garden, and they had a discount code to go with that, so picked some up from there. And so we're gonna see what those look like right now and get into what else I got, because I grabbed like one more little thing. So see you soon. Alright, so excuse the rambling. I was trying to kind of get the point of the whole video. So let's start with the little thing that I got. It is this little packet of, it's called Wildflower Hummingbird and Butterfly Annual Mix. This is something that you can grab from Gurneys. It is like $3. So I haven't had the best of luck with some of the stuff that I've gotten from Gurneys. However, I've had really good luck with like their composting little container that you can keep inside if you want, their grow pots, the water tester that I did a video on where like it tests the humidity, the light, the, you know, like moisture in the soil type thing like that. That, it's up for interpretation, honestly. It kind of gives me a good idea of like where I'm at, but it doesn't tell me what I need. So for that, I don't really consider that a good or bad product. It's just kind of up to your interpretation. But these I wanted to give a go because I wanted to have more pollinators, and I know the bees are loving the broccoli right now. So let's see, this is supposed to be a mixed species. There's 300 seeds. Let's see, does it list the varieties? Mix contains Andios estivestals, Alyssum, Calendula, Centriacanus, Calissa bicolor, chrysanthemums, Clark elegans, conlovas, Carlopsis, cosmos. Let's see, there's Amabel, Dianthum, Dimorthocantha, something like that. I don't know, it's really like sciencey names. Let's see, we have the California orange. I'm assuming that's a poppy. Girldinia. There's the Gilliga capita tricolor. We have another Gypsophilia. Like there's a bunch of them on here. A lot of them having a hard time with the names. I'm trying to find one that's like super easy. No, the rest of them are not super easy. So basically it's just your generalized mix of flowers that butterflies and hummingbirds tend to like. And the great thing about some of those things is some of those flowers are actually beneficial to us as well. We can use them in other ways, so that's really great. Okay, so getting into the piece de resistance of the entire video. So the box when you get Gurneys gives you this urgent must read. It kind of explains like if you need to delay planting, like say for example you don't have time, you need to give it a week or so or whatever. It gives you kind of like the breakdown between potted plants, bipotted plants, let's see, bagged and bulbed. We have dormant perennial roots and tubers, and then we have bare root nursery stocks, so trees, shrubs, roses, etc. So I did not get anything that was a tree, shrub, or root that I can declare as such, but I would assume that a blackberry bush would be a shrub. So let's say if you wanted to keep it dormant, you would put this in the original shipping box and keep it in a polyliner inside a closed, okay, so in the plastic bag basically, that it comes in to retain moisture. Add a little water as needed to keep the humidity high in the liner. Keep the box in a shady, cool area and protect it from extreme hot or cold. For extended storage, weather permitting, dig a shallow trench or temporary plant hole, a process called healing in. Cover the roots with soil, move the plants to a permanent location before the break of dormancy. So you're going to have your plants come in. So this is the blackberry. It comes in looking like a little stick. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Looks like a little stick, and the bottom of the root section is this little nest looking material, and if you can see in the bag there is like humidity in there and stuff like that, so that's just because it has moisture with the straw, looks like straw anyways, and everything like that. Okay, and then along with your box you get like this little planting guide, grow it, plant it, vegetables, yada yada yada. It gives you kind of an idea of how to do different things, different vegetables. I've got like asparagus and bulbs and fruit trees and what else is in here, like hedges, house plants, nut trees, onions, different random flowers, some potatoes and roses and whatnots. So yeah, and it gives you like pruning and stuff like that for like grapes and all sorts of different things, and it even shows you in here like a kiwi trellis system. Like that's what a kiwi trellis system would look like. So it gives you different information. They're kind of neat to keep around. I have 2 or 3 of them now. But yeah, like I showed you, that was the blackberry I have, and then we have these festival strawberries. So they come in a bag looking like absolute nothing, just like a blob. And then you open them up. Oops. And then in here is kind of a tied together mess. Get this open a little more. Okay, so you get this tied together mess. Let me see if I can't get it a little bit more together. Okay, so you have this right here, which is the mess I'm talking about, where it's like all together. In here somewhere amongst everything is a either rubber band or like a string. It looks like it's string. Where's my scissors? These will work. There we go. And these are all bare root crowns for strawberries. Oh, it's a rubber band. Okay, well, we'll just do it that way. Oh, making a mess. Okay, let's see if I can't pluck a smaller group of them. Maybe just even one. Okay. So we'll clean it off a little. And you're going to want to soak these a little bit. But basically, you have your crown. Dude, why so messy? Okay, so you have your crown of your strawberry plant and some runners, and it's already breaking dormancy. You can see these little green leaves here, and then these are the roots. And what you're gonna do when you plant these, amongst not make an atrocious mess as much as possible, is you're going to plant it to about yay tall. So imagine that my fingers are the ground and the rest is underneath, okay? So you don't want to bury these all the way to the plant itself or the crown. You want to actually give it a little bit of wiggle room so that way it doesn't rot and everything like that. So definitely going to get these guys soaking and get them planted up and clean up my very atrocious mess that I just made. Yeah. Indoor planting at its finest. So we'll get another video on that as soon as I get that started, which will be in the very next video. So, and then we'll just give a look at the blackberry. This guy comes with a twisty tie instead of a rubber band, which is kind of nice. One tip that I've always been told with like especially bare root strawberries is if there isn't any dirt in the bag, then they're no good. So there was dirt in the bag. As you could tell, it was falling off my hand. It was getting everywhere. It's still everywhere. Definitely gotta clean this up. Okay. I mean, it's not super bad. It's just more than I wanted out of the bag. Okay, so let me see if I can't just grab the whole thing and then just set it on top. Okay. So in this little nest, let me see if I can't find a good view. There we go. Oh, we'll just take it out. Okay, there we go. So in this little nest, you're gonna like softly pry it open the best you can, mindful of all the roots. Now, these roots look dead, but they're not actually dead. They're just hibernating. So like pretend it went through winter. So this is the bottom of a bare root blackberry, but you can see right here, maybe possibilities. Okay, maybe right here. Not quite. Let me get you some lighting. Maybe that's a little better. Okay, hopefully you can see somewhere amongst here, maybe even right there, it's green. So it's not actually dead, it's just hibernating. You can see it all the way up the top of the plant here. I don't know if you can see it shine off of there, but yeah, so this is definitely still alive and everything. Sorry I couldn't get you guys a better view. It's kind of dark outside and I got home a little late. So yeah, you technically could plant this in there like that. I'm not sure how beneficial that would be, but for now, until I get it into like a pot, we'll just tuck you back in here. In there. So yeah, the straw is a little less of a mess, but it's still messy. Looks like rubber bands or pasta. But yeah, so basically the whole concept of that is that when you get the plant, check it. Get stuff in my shirt now. So yeah, so check it and make sure that when you... Why is it so dark? So when you get your plants, make sure that your dormant plants are still green, that your bare root plants have some sort of sign of life to them. If they don't immediately have any signs of life, like the strawberries had greenish leaves, like they were trying to be green. So if they don't have anything like that, I would give it like a week or so and then determine whether or not it's, you know, no good, because maybe it might still be in true dormancy. Like especially if you go get trees, you'll get them usually like in the bare root or in like a potted situation, but they won't have any leaves. They'll just look like a twig, kind of like the blackberry. And then when it warms up and everything, and after caring for it every single day, all of a sudden it's like boop, there's life. So don't be so distraught right away if your item doesn't necessarily look like it's alive. Make sure it's green, make sure it's moist, and make sure there's like no mold and stuff like that on there. So those are basically good signs that you have a good plant. Well, that is it as far as the box goes. I do have one more item, but it is currently stuck somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. It stopped updating like a week ago. So one more item is hopefully going to be sent. I have to contact them saying, hey, is it another back order situation or like what's going on? So when that item gets here, I will let you guys know how that item is, and I'll tell you more about it when it gets here. So until then, thank you guys so much for stopping by and seeing my new little additions to my garden. I'm going to be planting them. I might keep them inside for a few days and then put them out, but the goal is ultimately to get them started to start growing so they can kind of go on through their whole thing. But I try to do it in a climate that's a little bit more controlled, so hopefully that works out for me. I will keep you guys updated on that, and more updates to come on future garden videos and everything like that. So stay tuned for those when they pop up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys!